Good morning, everybody. Myself, Dr. Meenakshi Mangar, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, Government College, Kota. The topic that we will discuss today is reproduction in Paramecium. Paramecium reproduces asexually by transverse binary fission and also undergoes several kinds of nuclear reorganizations, such as conjugation, endomixis, autogamy. Under certain conditions of food and temperature, it undergoes encystment. Transverse binary fission occurs during favorable condition. The paramecium commonly reproduces by transverse or horizontal binary fission, which is at right angles to the longitudinal axis of the body. Paramecium stops feeding and its oral groove and buccal structures begin to disappear. While this is happening, the micronucleus starts dividing by the complicated process of mitosis. The nuclear membrane remains intact. Micronucleus first increases slightly in size and then the chromosomes begin to appear. Each chromosome splits longitudinally to form two chromatids. The chromatids now get arranged on the nucleus spindle at its equatorial plane. This is followed by separation of the chromatids and elongation of the micronucleus. By the last stage, micronucleus becomes very much elongated and its two ends become organized into two daughter micronuclei. The daughter micronuclei then separate. Simultaneously, the macronucleus divides amitotically by simply becoming elongated and constricted in the middle. Two oral grooves now begin to form, one in the anterior half and the other in the posterior half. Two original contractile vacuoles remain, one in each half of the dividing parent individual. Two new contractile vacuoles are later formed. Two new buccal structures also appear. In the meantime, a constriction furrow appears near the middle of the body. It deepens and ultimately the cytoplasm is completely divided, resulting into two daughter paramecia. Of the two daughter paramecia, the anterior one is called protère and the posterior is called as ophistae. These grow to full size and divide again by fission. The term clone is used to refer to all the individuals that are produced asexually from one parent paramecium. All the members, that is the clones, are genetically alike. In this diagram, we can see how binary fission occurs. Conjugation in paramecium. Paramecium undergoes a sexual phenomenon which is called as conjugation. It is frequently referred to as sexual reproduction, but it is simply a temporary union of two individuals of one and the same species for the purpose of exchanging a part of their micronuclear material. This process in paramecium occurs frequently between binary fission and is necessary for the continued vitality of the species. In conjugation, two individuals or preconjugants from two different mating types come in contact ventrally and unite by their oral grooves. They stop feeding and their buccal structures disappear. The pellicle and ectoplasm degenerate at the point of contact and a protoplasmic bridge is formed between the two individuals, which are now called the conjugants. While so united, the conjugating pair continues to swim actively and a sequence of complicated nuclear exchanges takes place in each animal. The macronucleus simply breaks up into fragments which are absorbed by the cytoplasm. The diploid micronucleus of each conjugant first grows in size and then divides by meiosis. 4 haploid daughter micronuclei are produced. of which 3 degenerate or become pycnotic and disappear in each conjugate. The remaining one divides by mitosis, forming 2 unequal pronuclei or gamete nuclei. The smaller one is the active migratory gamete nucleus, and the bigger one is the passive stationary gamete nucleus. The migratory nucleus of one conjugate then passes through the protoplasmic bridge into the other individual and fuses with its stationary nucleus, forming a single diploid zygote nucleus or synkaryon. The complete fusion of 2 nuclei from 2 different individuals forming a zygote nucleus is termed amphimixis. The 2 pairing paramecia after a union of about 12 to 48 hours separate and are now called X conjugates. In each X conjugate, the zygote nucleus divides by mitosis 3 times in rapid succession, producing 8 nuclei, of which 4 enlarge to become macronuclei and other 4 become micronuclei. 3 micronuclei disintegrate and disappear, while the remaining micronucleus divides with binary fission of X conjugate. From each X conjugate, 2 daughter paramecia are obtained, each containing 2 macronuclei and 1 micronucleus. The micronucleus again divides, and the division of each daughter paramecium forming 2 individuals, each containing 1 macronucleus and 1 micronucleus. Each conjugate produces 4 daughter individuals at the end of conjugations. Conjugation is a very complex process physiologically. It does not occur under unfavorable living conditions. Starvation or shortage of food and a particular bacterial diet or certain chemicals are said to induce conjugation in some species. A certain range of light and temperature differing with species is said to be essential for conjugation to occur. Conjugation never takes place among the members of a pure line, that is, among the descendants of a single individual. It occurs only between individuals belonging to 2 different mating types. Conjugation results in rejuvenation of paramecium. It also helps in nuclear reorganization and hereditary variation. If conjugation takes place between 2 paramecia, one homozygous for a dominant gene and the other homozygous for its recessive gene, the first generation would be heterozygous. If the 2 conjugates are already heterozygous, then the resulting progeny would be either homozygous or heterozygous, depending upon which gene gets eliminated at the stage of disintegration of 3 micronuclei in each conjugation. Autogamy in paramecium. During autogamy, 2 diploid micronuclei divide by meiosis to form 8 haploid daughter nuclei. 7 of them disintegrate, while the remaining haploid micronucleus undergoes a mitotic division, forming 2 gamete nuclei. The macronucleus grows into an irregular skein-like mass which breaks into pieces which are absorbed by the cytoplasm. The 2 gametes enter a protoplasmic cone temporarily formed near cell mouth and then fuse together to form a completely homozygous diploid zygote nucleus called as synkaryon. The synkaryon divides twice to yield 4 nuclei, two of which become macronuclei and two micronuclei. The cell body and the micronuclei then divide to form two daughter individuals, each with a new macronucleus and two micronuclei. Autogamy rejuvenates paramecium. If autogamy takes place in a paramecium heterozygous for a dominant gene, the resulting progeny will depend upon the survival of the gene, either the dominant gene or the recessive gene. If the gene, that is dominant gene, survive, it will lead to homozygous dominant individuals or vice versa. Autogamy always results in homozygosity. This is a diagram showing autogamy in paramecium. Cytogamy in paramecium. In cytogamy, nuclear exchange does not take place. The process resembles conjugation in that two small paramecia temporarily fuse by their oral surfaces. The early nuclear divisions are also similar to those of conjugation, but there is no nuclear exchange between the individuals. Two haploid gamete nuclei in each individual are said to fuse to form a synkaryon as in autogamy. This process is completed in about 13 hours. Endomixis in paramecium. Endomixis is derived from the Greek word endon, that is within, and mixis, that is mingling. It is an interesting phenomenon involving a total internal nuclear reorganization within a single individual in a culture of a pedigreed race of paramecium, taking place in the absence of conjugation. In P. aurelia, it occurs periodically at regular intervals of about 30 days. The vegetative macronucleus degenerates and disappears, while the micronuclei divide twice by mitosis, forming 8 daughter nuclei, of which 6 degenerate. At this stage, paramecium also divides, each daughter receiving one micronucleus. This micronucleus divides twice, forming 4 nuclei, 2 of which become macronuclei and 2 become micronuclei in each individual. The micronuclei again divide with the binary fission of paramecium into 2 daughters, each getting 1 macronucleus and 2 micronuclei. Thus, 4 daughters are produced from a single parent, bringing about an intracellular nuclear reorganization and readjustment between the cytoplasm and the nuclear apparatus in each individual. This is a diagram showing endomixis in paramecium. There are certain cytoplasmic particles present in paramecium, like the kappa particle, the pi particle, the mu particle and the lambda particles. At the time of mixing of 2 races of paramecia for conjugation, T.H. Sanborn found that sometimes one race survives and the other dies out. These 2 races have been designated as killer and sensitive respectively. It was found out that if in the individuals which survive occur special self-replicating cytoplasmic bodies containing DNA called kappa particles. These are associated with the production of a killing substance called as paramycin. This substance diffuses out into the surrounding water and causes the death of the sensitive individuals. In the course of studies about the kappa particles, it was found that a dominant gene in nucleus is necessary for kappa to exist, multiply and produce paramecium. Kappa particles provide an example of cytoplasmic inheritance. They are transmitted directly by cytoplasmic genes from cytoplasm of parent cell to the daughter cells, and not by nuclear genes as in ordinary hereditary. Pi particles are mutant forms of kappa particles. They do not release any toxic substance meant for killing those which are without such particles, that is, the sensitives. Mu particles are also killers and kill the mate without such particles during conjugation. Lambda particles are borne by killer paramecia and cause the sensitive paramecia to lyse or disintegrate. Thank you.